Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. Hey, I'm your host for LC Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is season 13, episode 3. The gang is in Las Vegas right now. I guess it's like the afternoon ish, whatever. So the ladies are kind of congregating somewhere. It looks like some type of sitting lounge area within the room suite. So Garcelle comes out and she's dressed a certain type of way. And she said, about to go downstairs to go get some men. And everybody's like, huh? Oh, wait a minute. Like, let me go in. She's like, yeah, I want to go get some men. But then she said, we're going to get some men, but we want to have an intervention on how we date. All eyes are on Sutton right now. So, well, we find out that Sutton only really goes on first dates and never gets a second date. There was a guy that she did like a lot. She even invited him back to her home to play backgammon. They kissed. Then she ended up, I guess, after the date, contacting him and inviting him to a black tie event in New York while they in Los Angeles. And of course, that fell flat, and he, I guess, did decline and has never wanted to see her again. Of course, a man's ego is not going to be able to handle that. And Dorit was talking about that in her confessional, but she said if the roles were reversed, then of course a woman would be down for that. But that it's kind of hard, especially if I don't know you like that, and we just had one date, and now just how the patriarchy is set up, it's not gonna work, unfortunately. So I know Sutton just wanted to be regular and just hey, it's fun. She wanted to make sure she was secure a second date. It just didn't go that way. I guess there's been times where Sutton has texted. I guess that guy. Wasn't certain, but she ended up saying, "Your triceps look good." I was like, you could have said eyes or something else. Be a little bit more descriptive. Like next, you're gonna say, "Your Adam's apple looks so plump." So. So, anyways, while they were talking about this, about getting a second date, Sutton was like, Garcelle, you can't talk. You don't even go on a first date. Garcelle's like, what are you talking about? Well, we really don't know what Garcelle's doing. She's been on for 3 years. This may be her fourth year. 10, 11, 12. Yeah, this is her fourth year. I think we've seen her go on one date. And we would like to see you date a little bit, Garcelle. I know you have teen boys. Get out there and date. I'm sure your ex-husband has been booed up for a while. So hopefully we get to go on that type of journey with her. Not saying you got to go fall in love, but let's see you make a connection with somebody, please. Let's see. And Sutton was, Dorit was in the confessional, was like, Sutton, you're quite corny. Basically, Sutton is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, part 2. Kyle ended up trying to FaceTime him. She ended up hanging up, and Sutton's chasing around the room with Kyle to retrieve her phone. They sat back down, and Kyle just said, if they don't respond as far as going on the second date, F them. Somebody out there will catch the bait after the first date. All right, so I don't know if they actually went downstairs to go cruising for guys. However, it's time to get ready to go to Magic Mike. Kyle and Dorit have noticed that they are the only ones that don't have glam. And Crystal had glam, and they were so shocked because Crystal does not do that. I'm not for sure if Sutton had glam, only because they didn't show her getting the glam. I'm pretty sure she did, but Dorit was doing Kyle's hair and all this good stuff, so that was really interesting because Dorit takes like an hour to get dressed just to put on a Dorit glam performance. You know how she gets down, but when you're going to a Magic Mike, I don't think you have to get real dressed up for that. What I will say is the finished product of Dorit, I loved her hair that way. I wish she would do that more. I think the glam people just kind of, in a way, she's busy trying to style it a certain way, but it made her look less decorated, if I could say it that way. It was just something that I loved about those curls she had. But anyways, Sutton is getting on Avi. I think now it's kind of going to be an ongoing thing of Sutton and Avi kind of conversing with each other. So Sutton can't find her white pants, and Avi's in trouble. Avi was able to find them. She's like, "Ooh, I hate doing this. I like to be in complete control of me unpacking, I guess, so that she knows where everything is." And one thing we learned is that Sutton likes Ocean Spray grapefruit juice. She has one in her bag anytime that she's out. She compared it to, well, Beyonce likes hot sauce in her bag. That's interesting. um, Crystal is in with her glam team, and looks like they're more friends. Anyways, Crystal bought herself a Valentino clutch bag, retailing at $6,100. It looked nice. Don't. That's all I can say about it because I don't know that much about fashion. So, we kind of go through some, how I want to say it, flashbacks of things that are setting up on what's going to happen tonight for Magic Mike. Erica did suggest that if you want to go on stage, the ladies, you have to wear pants. Erica knows some of the people that are with the Magic Mike show, whatever. So she was going to make sure that Crystal got on, and we know later on that Erica got on there too. So Sutton was all down for that. She was like, I got to wear pants because she wants to get on stage. And then she was saying, I just picked up certain things that at least production made sure was out there. You know, I'm going to dance on stage and nobody's going to know. I got dollar bills, all that good stuff. And then when you see what happens or notice the meltdown and the explanation is not adding up. So as Nene said, you get a little bit caught up there. But anyways, it's time for Magic Mike. So Sutton is enjoying, everyone is enjoying. I won't just single out Sutton right now. And the guys are doing their routine. Did they take off their shirts yet? Not yet. They do one dance routine, and then next thing you know, they take off most of their clothes. Some are on stage and they take off their underwear. Some are going into the audience so they can grab some of the women. They grab Crystal. They grab Erica. Somebody came over to do a little lap dance, or a little bit of a tease in front of Dorit and Garcelle. At this point, Sutton has just lost all interest. So her explanation is not adding up. She's like, oh, first she was like this. She just, everything was gone. It was so interesting to see that come up out of Sutton. So, because beforehand she was so excited, like, why am I into this? Like, it's something that I guess she wanted to do. Maybe she's not used to doing it. And then she actually had the opportunity to do it, and it's like, ooh, I guess I am really enjoying it. Like, she pumped herself up to do it, but then it's like, oh, I do enjoy this. Yeah. So, once Erica and Crystal go up stage, then she does say that I wore these pants for effing nothing. At least that's what they caught on the sound clip. Hopefully, production didn't play with that, but we see her when she does that. But that's interesting that nobody caught on to that. Garcelle should have heard it, but she didn't hear it right then and there, I don't think. So, of course, after that dance that Erica and Crystal got, the guys are in the women's crotches and all that good stuff, doing their thing, gyrating and all that good stuff. Dorit goes over to her because her and Garcelle are looking at each other. Garcelle did ask, are you okay? She doesn't really respond really well. Dorit asks, what's wrong? And then Dorit just gets up and says, I'm going to go. I'm going to leave. She gets up, she's cussing and all that good stuff. And she's saying that I am a part of the board of the American Ballet Foundation. I don't do this ish. So, oof. We're getting that side that we have not seen since season 10. And I've enjoyed it because I think that should have been more of the approach of how people were coming at her. I mean, she gets wound up and then she's going to let it off in that crazy way. And they should let that come out a little bit more. But they decided to do the more bullying thing, which was really crazy for these past, 2 seasons. Garcelle follows her to the bathroom, and she ends up getting her to come out to the lobby and just ask, what's going on? And then Sutton's like, I live by a different standard for myself. Now, I love Sutton, but today we got to go there. Sutton, for myself. Kyle ended up being pulled to the stage, and one of the guys put some whipped cream on her, and they licked it off of her. She ended up coming outside. I think a producer got her, from what I see. She comes outside, well, at least outside of the theater or whatever, and sees Garcelle and Sutton. She goes to talk and see what's up, and Sutton's saying what bothered her about it. And then Kyle's like, well, if you didn't like that, then you probably won't like this, And what? I got whipped cream licked off of me. She's like, no, that's fine. That's just silly, dumb stuff. That's okay. But to have a man's face is just so hard. I wish Sutton had seen a tape if this was going to be her explanation, but Magic Mike, you go there. Let's see. And Kyle asked, are you upset that you weren't asked? No, that's not it at all. She's getting more upset. Da 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 da. She basically says, "I'm going to sit out here, and I want you guys to go enjoy the show. That's just not my brand." Um, Kyle ends up saying, "Well, for, I just really want." Well, first something's like, "Well, I just didn't want to make a big fuss about it. I just walked on out." And Kyle said, "You kind of made a big scene," and then that's infuriating Sutton even more. It was fun to me. Um, and then Sutton was like, "Well, you thought I was making a big scene? Don't follow me, and none of this would have been happening right now. Just shut up." Da 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 da. And Sutton was like, "Don't be a bee." It was going someplace. And then Kyle in her confessional was like, "Never have I seen such a switch in personality so fast." And I said, "Hello, Kathy Hilton. Like you don't have a sister that'll flip out?" Okay, Kyle. Okay. Kyle texts the ladies, but what they said is that Sutton was just going to stay out there. They can go enjoy the show. She ends up saying Sutton got upset in the text. "We got to go." Crystal relayed the message to Dorit and Erica, and Erica's like, "I'm here to enjoy the show." And basically, they don't have to wait. Um, let's see. So Kyle's going on. It's like, I really think it's about you not being up on stage. You're talking about a brand. Now she's getting sarcastic and all that. Sutton had already called her a bitch, and Kyle was like, not in. She did do a return serve of just calling her a bitch. Now you're acting like a bitch. It was so interesting. So they get out to the Sprinter van. Garcelle, Kyle, and Sutton. And Sutton was like, "Look, I'm calm now. I want to have a conversation. Kyle, I do apologize." And Kyle accepts. So that was pretty good. He didn't really go on too long. Blah 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 blah. They were like, "Oh, how is Erica going to react?" So Erica and Dorit end up coming back to the Sprinter van, and they talk about the situation as to what was bothering Sutton. It's the face and the crotch. Erica's like, "Look, we knew what we were getting into. It's fine, da 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 da, and really, you're just not going to ruin my night. I got joy." So Sutton goes on to express a little bit more, and Crystal was like, "How do you feel if we don't care?" Of course, everybody started laughing. We don't care. Our husbands don't care. We wanted to go up there and do this. This doesn't make us look anything less than. Like, come on. Sutton, you're being caught up because there's nothing that's leading back saying that this was your brand that has been affected or could be affected, and you're not a part of this. The only thing that I could have suggested is that you should have, if this is the truth, you should have watched something about Magic Mike to know what's going on. You did bring dollar bills, but at a strip joint, they don't do it. Well, they do a dance. I don't know, because I've never really been to a strip joint. I've never seen them actually put their faces in the crotches. But you were already in a funk before they went up on stage. Sorry. So they go on to dinner. Garcelle said that she's going to visit with Oliver tomorrow. And the other ones chimed in. You've been through some things with your children, and Dorit is speaking a lot of empowering things about her as a mother. But Garcelle in her confessionals is saying that she's uncomfortable talking about her children to them. Sutton apologizes to Erica, and Erica said, "You're fine, you're fine." Erica has given up arguing during Lent. Who knew? I just got to keep my eye on you, Erica, because we know who you are. I ain't seen an ice cream this sweet in forever. They start asking risky questions. I would go on with the answers, but I just wanted to move on through this. But they asked the question of, what is a great song to F to? Do you like being watched during sex? How many times would you have sex? Do you want to have sex? Sutton said twice a day. And everybody's like, "No, lady, ain't no way." What's the best compliment? I guess Crystal got great nipples. Hopefully I can say that. Then sex toys, how many you got? And then Sutton got a lot of them. I said, "Oh, okay." That's interesting. All right, so the next morning, everyone's getting up. Well, Kyle's up for everybody, and she's exercising, saying the old me would be getting, what is it? I forgot what it is. If once you've been drunk, I forgot what it is. Hungover. God, can't believe I can't remember that. I would be hungover, still trying to lay there, not really wanting to get up. And now I'm up exercising. My new me would be very annoyed by the old me. Breakfast time. Everyone congregates, all that good stuff. And Garcelle says that, last night she was being disingenuous and not sharing how she feels And she says, I don't know if I trust you guys about my family, as far as talking about them or anything. I'm in the space where I'm still vulnerable towards that. And Dorit is kind of feeling away, and she feels like it's really hurtful to hear that you don't trust us around your children or about your children. After Garcelle explains how everything is, Dorit was like, I think everybody's like, somebody said, what has to happen? And Garcelle's like, I don't know. Because Dorit says, it's been a year. Basically, Dorit saying, it's been a year, and you're now bringing this back up to us after you have forgiven us, that you still don't trust us. And what are we supposed to do with that? This is what I got to say. Garcelle doesn't feel like she's being heard. She feels like Dorit is taking everything personally, anything I say, and twisted it around. Because Dorit says, you know what? I'm just going to hold on to what I have, what I'm feeling on the inside, and just let it out at a later time. Because it's like, Dorit just said, cut out the BS. Like, why would you? I feel like how Garcelle worded everything, you put the weight/burden on them, back on them, after you said you forgave them, or at least you accepted their apology. Garcelle, you should have told them, I do accept your apology. I need time to heal from this. But you didn't. I actually feel like you forgave them way too quickly. Because that was like, it was so easy for them to disrespect your children. So I was like, why are you forgiving them like that? It would have been more respectable if you had said, look, I need some time to still heal from this. But now you're bringing it back up. And it's only fair for them to respond that way. I don't think you're being shunned. It's just like, where is this coming from now? Because we're moving on and we're supposed to be building, and we're not doing that. And it does feel unfair. I think that you can feel how you need to feel, Garcelle. It's really a you problem. How would you feel if Lisa Rinna said, right now, I don't trust you with Amelia after the whole book situation? I don't think that it was wrong. You're talking about your experience and how Rinna used her child against you to come at you. Which, I don't even know why you sitting up here trying to protect your child, Rinna, when you did that to her. You played along with the scene that they set up, and you allowed your child to do what she did, even on Instagram afterwards, towards Garcelle. But how would you feel if she said that, you know? Because you guys made a pact that you guys wouldn't come for anybody's children. So your feelings matter, Garcelle, and I think their feelings matter also, because it's really a what the uck situation. Because they can't help you right now feel better. It is what it is. So, but that's all I do have. Give me your comments. You may not agree with me. That's okay. But let's dialogue a little bit and give me your thoughts on this episode. Again, please like this video and also share it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed as of yet. And also leave your comments, as I said before. Until the next video, peace.